when Vernice Armour was making history as a combat pilot in Iraq. Take a look. Vernice Armour made history in March of 2002 when she became the first African-American female combat pilot in the military. Come on out, Vernice!
You won't let anyone down when you lift your group up with the high-flying, history-making Vernice Armour and her timely message called Zero to Breakthrough.
Wait a minute. You're black. Woman, did you have any obstacles? Yes, I did. I had a few. I had a couple. But that's not the point. What I come back with is everyone has obstacles. Even the average white guy has obstacles. Right, Lenny? That's right.
In my journey, I've learned obstacles are opportunities. Acknowledge the obstacles. Don't give them power.
Many people today feel grounded and discouraged, but Vernice Armour knows how to help your attendees take flight with their dreams.
She does a great job of really connecting with the individual through her personal stories, and I just felt like I really got a lot out of the session and probably actually made the conference for me today.
And by the way, I don't believe in work-life balance. I believe in work-life integration, because is it ever really going to be balanced? I mean, we go to work 5 days a week. We're off 2 days a week, so no. Reattack. There are only 2 ways to succeed. Anybody agree with me on that one? If you agree, raise your hand. The people who are watching this streaming, I can feel them raising their hands. There are only 2 ways to succeed. The first time, or again. Or again, or again, or again. However many agains it takes. As a combat pilot and a police officer, I had the decision of life and death in my hands. I impacted lives every day. You all might not be holding the power of life and death in your hands, but know that you're impacting lives every day.
And also reach back and help those who are following behind you. We have to keep that pipeline filled up. No one is born qualified. We get there. Are we helping people get qualified? That's the bottom line.
People ask me, how did I become an attack helicopter pilot? I had a very clear plan. When we went out on that mission that day, we had a very clear plan. We'd flown missions like that hundreds of times. We knew our plan inside and out. And we also knew our plan and our contingency plans, right? How are we going to move left to right, flex, adapt when things don't go the right way? How are we going to do that lateral? I ask the same thing for you. What is your plan? Even as an entrepreneur, you know, going through growing the business. Sometimes I felt like, I didn't have a shovel, I didn't have a backhoe, I didn't have a spoon. I was digging the ditch with my fingernails. Like, we're going into some of these new markets, we're, trying to get more market share in some of the others. And it feels like, how can we make it happen? How can we reach our goals? How can we make and exceed budget? How do we get, our customer surveys over the 95%? Sometimes it feels really hard, and it's painful, and they're just growing pains, folks. So when you're working those long, hard hours, and you're sitting at your desk, or you're answering that email, or you're picking up that phone, you're like, why am I here? Has anybody ever had a moment like that? Just think about this moment right here, or think about some of the different experiences and legacies that the organization has laid the foundation for. This is not just a 9-to-5 job.
Vernice has quickly become a popular and inspiring keynote speaker for top organizations that want to help their people experience a major personal and professional breakthrough.
Breakthrough mentality, simply put, refusing to settle, even in the smallest of moments, and demanding a breakthrough life. Demanding a breakthrough team here at work, demanding a breakthrough organization, demanding a breakthrough.
Very few speakers can bring the exceptional personal story and motivational leadership message with practical takeaways that Vernice Armour brings to conferences, business meetings, association gatherings, and other special events.
Engagement, folks. It's action. Committed, consistent action. Step number 1. create your flight plan. Step number 2, pre-flight, mitigate the risk. Step number 3, take off. Step number 4, execute. Step number 5, review, recharge, reattack. Step number 1, create your flight plan.
All of us were just spellbound.
Our last missile, they're on the ground, in trouble. They need our help. We have one last try. We reset everything in the cockpit. Finger on the trigger one last time, because if it doesn't come off here, we're going to have to pull off to the right and come around for a reattack because we're almost out of gas. Pull the trigger one last time. Missile away. Missile comes off the rail, impacts the target. Jason in the back seat follows up with all 26 rockets.
The first time I saw Vernice Armour, I was blown away. There's something about the energy and the life that she's led that makes you believe that you can do anything after you've heard her talk.
So I was at the officers club, and one of my friends, female pilot, every day she came to work, she put on her flight suit. Her husband was also in the military, but he was not a pilot. So every day he put on his regular uniform and went to work. Well, this particular day, she brought her son to the officers club. She is a jet pilot. One of the COs, commanding officers, came up and said, "Hi, son, how you doing? Well, what do you want to do when you grow up? You want to be a jet pilot, right?" He said, "Nah, that's a girl's job." Yeah!
She has a message, not just for professional women, but for corporate owners, C-level executives. She really, really can teach you and your business to soar.
Staying engaged with each other, with our vendors, with our suppliers, with our clients, and our potential clients.
And one of my folks in internal audit heard her speak and immediately sent me an email and said, "You need to go to this website. You need to really get to know this woman. She has power, she has energy, she is so wonderful. We need to bring her into corporate."
Every day, you have the conscious choice on how you are engaging with all of us and with yourself. How are you choosing to show up? And folks, leader is not in the title. It's what you do and how you engage, how you lead your teams from the inside out, whether you're admin or SVP or the CEO. How we show up for each other is that true component of leadership. And I knew I always loved speaking, and I said I would always do it if it ever blew up. I said I would do it full time, really, if it ever blew up. Folks, what's going to blow up that you don't put your blood, sweat, and tears into? Seriously. Our market is not going to blow up unless we're doing something to blow it up, period.
It's breakthrough, awesome. She floored it. She mentioned Les Brown, but I think Les Brown has competition.
Vernice Armour is not only an example of achievement and an individual who's made all of us proud with her accomplishments. She's tapping into the greatness that you have within yourself to do more than you could ever begin to imagine. She will change your life.
Why did I change my clothes? Because life is about transition, transformation, going from where we are to where we want to be. Folks, everything in that flight suit is now in this flight suit. And notice I look a whole lot more like you right now. We are all in our flight suits, sitting in the cockpit of that sexy attack helicopter. And the great thing is when you run into obstacles, helicopters can fly side to side. They can hover a little bit, fly backwards, go around, and keep going forward. I mean, I like to say, who needs a runway? Take off from where you are, right?
One mission, one goal, one team. We're all in this together.
When you want to take your people from zero to breakthrough, invite Vernice Armour to empower your audience to new leadership heights. Using Vernice's helicopter strategies, your people will feel encouraged to take off right from where they are into a better life.
I would absolutely recommend Vernice Armour for your next Keynote convention.
Any of our upcoming conferences, we will look to her first.
I would recommend Vernice over and over and over again.
Book her, call her. It's the best decision your corporation will ever make.
Call us today to get your date on Vernice's busy speaking calendar and make your event a breakthrough success.